Hey everybody, this is Trey Michael, and it's just a quick segment of Applied Consciousness. I was watching, I can't recall who the gentleman was, but he was discussing about this thing called the Marshmallow Test, and it was something that inspired me, and I wanted to share it with you real quick. The Marshmallow Test was a test that he perceived to be one of the best tests to tell you about a person in the future. And the test was done multiple times with children, and they followed these children for decades to find out if their theory was correct. And it kind of went something like this. The people will go to the children and they'll say, listen, I have a marshmallow that you can have right now. But if you wait 2 hours, I'll give you 2 marshmallows. And a lot of the kids, due to circumstances of their reality, they grabbed the marshmallow instantly. They called that the kill switch, where they thought that if they didn't do it now, it would never be done. And the patience to wait was just too unbearable. So the children grabbed the marshmallow instantly. Then there were a small few of the kids, a small group of them, that sat back knowing that they wanted the marshmallow right now, but realized that if they only waited for 2 hours, they can get double the pleasure. They can get double the fulfillment. And this scientific experiment, they followed those children up until their adult their adult age, and they realized that most of the ones who had the trait to hold on, to persist, to wait the 2 hours for the marshmallow, to not take the immediate gratification, they were the ones that became more successful. They were more of the CEOs of companies. They were more people who have more fulfilled lives. And what I did was I'm relating that to the situation that I'm going through now. And again, I just catalog all of these things because I know that in the end, I will reach my personal legend. And I thought, what a better idea than to show people the progress that I took, show people the situations or the thinking that I was dealing with before I met my personal legend. You ever seen those rich people, and you sit back and you watch them, the wealthy people, those the Jeff Bezos of the world, and you say, oh, those guys just had it out from the beginning. But what if someone could have recorded their process to getting where they're at? Maybe this can help society know that the same things that we are dealing with are the same things that those people are dealing with. And I said that to say this: right now, I'm facing every day the marshmallow test. It's the test that I want immediate gratification. I want to plant the seed in the soil and reap the harvest in the same day. But there's a time for planting and there's a time for harvesting. And a lot of us, we choose the quick fix. We want the immediate gratification. And what happens is our future has no doubles. Our future is not fulfilled. And it's only because of the decisions that we made to always accept the immediate gratification instead of the hard process, the strenuous process of being patient and following through on your plan. And this goes with us mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. It doesn't matter which scenario you deal with. The person that puts the most time into something, the person that puts their all into something, the person that's willing to wait, usually is the most successful person in whichever endeavor you're speaking of. From financial, the person who's willing to sacrifice the longest to reach their goals, they usually end up accomplishing them. The person who sacrifices and continues to study in those books, they're usually the valedictorians of the schools. The people who meditate the most, the people who take the sacrificing out of exercising while others are sleeping, those people usually achieve their personal legends. And I believe that that's something that we as human beings are dealing with. I know this is a little off the topic, but I had a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. He sent me a video after I was discussing to him some of the situations that I was going through with doing my business, right? And the video kind of was funny. It was and I can't remember the guy's name. He was an old rapper. He wears the crown on his head. The guy said, In life, there's problems. And there's always going to be problems. It's just which problems do you choose to solve? Which problems do you choose to have? He said, the man that just goes to job and only works 40 hours and he's underpaid, he has less responsibility. He doesn't have responsibility over other employees. He doesn't have responsibility for payroll or none of these things. But his life is hard as well, because sometimes he doesn't have enough for the groceries, and sometimes he doesn't have enough to pay the bills on time. And then you would say to yourself, well, the business owner has it easy. But people don't know that on Fridays, most workers, they're excited for Fridays. And on Fridays for business owners, it's like, oh God, it's payroll. And it's not only the payroll that you make, it's payroll taxes, something so new to me, right? Almost 10.9% of everything you're paying, you have to pay it again to Uncle Sam. And that's his hard as well. But the thing is, whichever hard you choose, there's a benefit that comes after that hard. After the tribulation comes the blessings, right? And I'm making a decision, just like I'm pretty sure a lot of you are making a decision to say, hey, I'm going to choose the harder path, because too much is given, much is required. And also I know that the more seeds that I plant, the more harvest I have. Just think about it. You can take an hour out of the day to plant a few seeds, maybe 5 seeds. You move the soil around, you plant it, you put it over, water it, fertilize it, and that's cool. And at the end of it, you might have 5 trees sprout. But then you have a farmer that goes out and they lay thousands of seeds. And from those thousands of seeds, he put more time in, he put more work in, but he had a bigger harvest. And I think this is something that we as people need to start doing. We need to start taking the marshmallow test for ourselves. Realizing, are we okay with the 1 marshmallow, or do we want to double it? Or do we want to triple it? Or do we want to quadruple it? But in order to do so, we have to put more effort in. We have to put more work in. We have to sacrifice a little more. And you have to believe that the art of sowing and reaping is the same no matter what you do. From the guy that exercises 24/7 with his legs hurting or her arms hurting and her stomach's tied up, but she gets the benefit, he gets the benefit when it's time to go to the beach, because those abs are rolling, baby. So my suggestion to humanity, and it's a suggestion that I'm still going to embrace and keep holding on to, is to wait out the course. Play it out, no matter how it looks. Keep pushing. Don't stop. Achieve your personal legend. And like I always say, live, love, and laugh. And namaste. 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 Peace. Hey, we came here to be extraordinary. We did not come on planet Earth to be extraordinary. Like I always say, woo! The power had been with you all along. Dive deep. 1 life, 1 shot, 1 chance. What will you do with it? Peace.